Hey peeps, I am Izzy Noodles. Welcome back to the Ancient Artifact. We are in Egypt today, a much sunnier change to the previous levels. So we've got a fixed camera here, so you just have to work with what you got, but you can, have a look around, run around, see what we've got going on. So we actually can jump up to this column in the corner. I'm doing a very bad job of doing so. There we go. So it's not easy to see from the lower level where I started, but we do have this gap. Even here it's not easy to see, but we've got this gap and we can shimmy all the way along to the other side. Okay, so keep going and we can pull up to here. And then just hop on over to here. So above this block there is a high crawl space. Now because in level editors you can't stand on movable blocks, we have to push this out of the way in order to get into the crawl space. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay, and out the other side. So the situation is we've got a right path and a left path. We need to find two key items and we'll use them in their areas, just right and left. I'm not making sense again, sorry. Anyway, once we use the items, once we've found them, we'll open up the way out up on that higher level up there. Right. Right, let's make start. So it doesn't matter which way you go first. I'll just go ahead and go to the right. Get my shotgun ready, just because we'll have a lot of doggos. So this is where we use the items once we've got them. That's why I kept trying to motion. We'll use them in their respected areas and just failing at everything. Okay, dead end, but we do have another crawl space. Well, not a crawl space, but we can climb up through here. So, come around to here, we'll have some doggos. Ooh. And wait for another. Where you at? There's supposed to be another. Okay, never mind. Okay, and another one around this corner. Nice. Let me just go and check, see if I've spawned that. There it is. Knew there was another one. I guess I didn't come up the ramp far enough to spawn it. Right, so the situation here is you see the chains, and also from here you can just see a gap in the ledge. So we can actually see that we can shimmy along. We're going to be jumping across and shimmying along to the far end. You see the furthest little cubby in the wall there, but there's a closed door there for now, so I'm going to go ahead and open it. So come through to this crawl space. So it's not easy to see these high up crawl spaces. Okay. So firstly, just use this mound of sand to jump to here. And ooh, come on, Laura. Straight on up to here. Right, so while we're up here, we can pull this lever. So that lowers the column that I'm standing on. You'll not take damage, as you can see, but that's opened up this passage. The next thing I'm going to do, I need to raise that column in the opposite corner, because you can see high up on the wall there's a lever up there as well. So we need to now raise this column to pull that lever. So coming through to here, be careful, because this is quite a challenge. So the grated flooring will set you on fire if you step on it. Definitely a place for a save, because this can be quite tricky. So take one step back, and then you can just do a standing jump to this tile. This tile is safe, this one with the eye. But the ones ahead are spike traps, but there's a delay, so you gotta go fast to get to the other side. Some of them are instant, but the path you need to take is the one in front, and then the closer right, and then the furthest left, and then the furthest right. So that's why you gotta save. This can be tough. Got it in one. Nice. Okay, look at that. It's only when you turn around, if you do it that quick, you realize the peril you were in. Okay, so stepping onto this tile, you can see I've now raised that block. So now we just got to get out of this room. So come to here, follow the passage to the very end. Okay, it's not easy to see because of the ceiling, how that is angled, but there's a jump switch. So I've actually ran straight past the door that this has opened. Okay, at the edge, and do a standing jump. And here we go, and here we can leave. Nice. So now we've got to get up to the lever. So this cracked up and chipped up wall is climbable. So even to leave this area back through the crawl space, you need to climb up to here and drop down to the crawl space. Okay, just careful, there we go. Pull the lever. So it's not shown us, but it has opened the door in the area with the chains. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so as I said, you have to just drop down to the crawl space. Okay, so this isn't particularly tricky, it's just mostly long-winded. I think that was a pointless save, never mind. So anyway, you can just easily jump to the gap in the ledge. And you can drop down into this area, but you don't want to. You see the squared tiles below me, that's below me right now? That's a spike trap. They're all spike traps, so you're not supposed to get down here. If you can, something that's done goofed along the way. So just watch the chain to avoid it. Okay. There we go. So in this room we can see a lot of dangerous tiles. So the eyes are the safe tiles, and the danger tiles will set you on fire. So just like that, you do have to slide down to here, hop on over to this next one. Careful not to like skim the corners of the tiles with your toes, and then jump on over, and you do need to grab this. You can't just jump straight on up. So now we can pull this lever. Okay, and it's shown us something. I could have gone there and shown you that area to begin with, but I didn't bother, but I'll be heading straight there now. So to get back across, just use the monkey bars. Easy peasy. Ooh, close. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and rush back. Okay, so back we come this way. So I could have come in here and had a look, but there wasn't much point. But what we changed is down in this gap. There was a spike trap down here stopping you from pulling this jump switch. But now we've removed that, we can go ahead and pull this. And that's opened up something else. So just here you do need to jump across to grab this, because this is a pit with a spike trap. So just be sure to jump across to this ladder. Okay, back here again now, and what did we change? We opened up this. Okay, head inside. You don't need to pull up onto the slopey bit, just jump back when you're at the top. And we can jump across to here. I thought I was going to fall down then. Okay, and our next goal is to open up these doors. Our key item is actually right above us. So we just got to get the doors open, and we're nearly there to the first item. So you'll need to drop down and shimmy across past these pillars. And if you've been looking around, you've probably already seen why. So before I do anything else, I'm going to come into this dark gap just for a secret. Yeah, this secret feels as though it's probably an obvious secret. Oh, what's in this dark corner? Never mind, we just have one more secret to find now. So now we're entering the we're exiting this gap. We can see a jump switch over there, so that's what we're doing. So you can't see it from this angle, but from the other side of the column, you may have spotted there's a gap in the column. So we can actually just jump on over and grab and then shimmy around to the jump switch. Right, so the doors are now open, so I'll have to just hop back up again. Okay, come on in. Okay, and we have all these spikes. You might think easy peasy, just walk through them. No, you will be damaged even when you are walking through these. So how do we get across to the other side? Like that's our key item that we want. So what we need to do is actually locate this very well hidden crawl space. Yeah, this one's pretty sneaky just here. You cannot see this very well at all. So we're just heading around the spikes. There we go, magic. And just pick this up. So you have to be standing at the angle to grab this, the way the table is. Otherwise she'll just keep shuffling her feet. Okay, so that's one item. I can use this now, I'll not bother, but for now, the safest way down, just do the fake grab to the next ledge, and then you can just drop on down. So I do take a little bit of damage if I land on the grating, but if I land on this slightly higher bit, no damage. So it doesn't matter, it makes no difference. So I was saying you can go ahead and use this item straight away, but I like to use all of my items all together. That's just a personal preference, but I have also heard that sometimes using them one at a time can mess something up. I've not experienced it myself, but just a heads up. Okay, so now coming into this next section for the next item. Right, I don't need to hop back there, so jump to this pole. You see the opening on the left? That's for once we've placed the items. And you want to be careful here because we've got this shenanigans going on. Just slide straight on by. And we have a med pack. And before starting this movable block puzzle, I recommend saving. This puzzle, for me, goes into the unknown. So let me explain what we're doing. We've got 2 blocks up on this level with me, and there's 3 columns ahead of me. We need to lower each column so that we can actually enter that opening in the corner. So you need to put the blocks onto the correct tiles to do this. And we need to raise a column here so that we can push the block onto this tile in the corner. This is a correct tile we need to use. Also, because on the guide, there's an easy way and a difficult way. And looking at the easy way, I think I did it the easy way. When I very first played, I figured it out that way. And that almost seems not quite right. I wasn't sure what I was trying to do here with the blocks, because sometimes you grab one of the blocks, Lara will grab it, but she won't move it, which is a bit of a bug, really. So I don't fully understand how this puzzle is supposed to work, because it was only the last practice I did of this, I found out that that door, which I thought was just a pointless door, there's nothing to do with it, I figured out what opens it, and that there is a block inside. So we have 3 blocks that we can use. I'll not bother using it, but I'll show you how to open this door. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it the easy way. If there's an easy way, there's no point doing it the hard way. It works out fine, and I don't know what really is intended, because why do we have so many blocks when they're not really needed? So let's make a start. So I'm going to firstly hop down. First thing I'm going to do is raise the column so I can push that block to the corner. So I can safely just drop here, deal with the dogs. Okay. And then hop on through to here. Also, the first time I played, I managed to safely land in the pit and not die, but you don't want to be in the pit. That's supposed to kill you. So from here, just do a running jump and grab the edge, shimmy around to the other side. So we do have a ladder section, but that's simply so Lara can get her footing, and then we can hop off over to here, and kind of hidden among the greenery, there's this jump switch. So that's raised that column. So now I'm going to head back there and carry on. So once we've got all the columns down anyway, we'll have to come back this way, because this is how we reach the lower blocks once we've lowered the columns. And to get that third block, to get that door open for the third block, is just really long-winded. That's why I didn't even realise what was going on with a particular switch I was pulling. So anyway, let's go ahead and push this into the corner. So that's lowered a column. And I'm not sure if this is intended or not, but if you pull this off, that column has lowered as well. This is why it's a bit confusing. Also, when I turn around, this block's gonna move. Okay, let me pull this and then the block will move. It will. You see. You see. But if I try to move the other block now... Is it that one that won't move? I can't remember now. I think that one's not going to move if I try to move it. It gets a bit weird. Okay, so I'm pushing this block over to this tile over here. There we go. So I forget how I did it before, but another tile worked out. I believe it was this one, the very first time I played. But this puzzle is just a little too confusing that I'm not actually all that much help. But that's one way of doing it anyway. So now I'm gonna go back around again. Now I've lowered those sections, those columns. Okay, so first column has a room behind it. So you don't really need anything from the room. There's a couple of pickups, but this room is the one that actually allows us to open that door for the third block. So I'll show you how to do that, even though at this point you just don't need to at all. So to do that, pull this lever. It is timed. Okay, hop to the slope and then to here. Over to here. So this timer is not particularly tight at all, so you don't need to rush too much. Okay, and here's the door that we've opened. So this jump switch is the one that will open up the door for the third block. And if the door has closed on you, you see that it's not even closed yet, this tile will trigger it to open. So now I'm just going to grab an item that's in this room. It's just a pickup of shotgun shells. So you don't really need to come in here at all if you're not bothered about pickups. Okay, so we're all done. And that door closing, I think that was the timed one. I think it's timed to leave as well. Okay, so now we're just making our way up to here. And if you're actually struggling for whatever reason, while you're standing on this tile, you can press the action button. Because the item we need is literally right above me, and she'll just go ahead and pick it up. Quite magically. Like there's an invisible pedestal in front of her. But we'll do it properly. We'll come up to the top. There we go, and just pick it up from here. So now you just have to get back down the way you came. Now we've got our two items. So we can go ahead and place them. Okay, so you see the door open. It literally is just a block inside. Okay, and now we have to get back up here. So don't quote me, but I believe being at an angle, a diagonal angle, is a good way of getting out of here. I know I just saved, but I couldn't remember what was coming up. Okay, so what are we waiting for? I think we're waiting for it to just about to leave the corner space. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's not easy getting past those. So, you see where Lara's hands are? There's 2 yellow lines close, and below me, where I'm currently at, there's 2 lines close as well. You can just see the tile space of these. So this tile is pretty much where you want to be. You'll jump off backwards. There we go. So I guess if you do use both of these items as you find them, you do save yourself a bit of time, because now I'm going to have to go back to the previous obelisk. I just like using things all together, it's just me. Okay. Okay, so now the opening on the top section is opened up. The opening has opened up. So we do need to come back through this way. So yeah, I suppose you're probably better off using your first item first. So to get to the top, that's what this area is for. Is it a running jump? Oh gosh darn. I'm always getting them confused. No, okay, oh gosh. Let's see if I can line up and grab the pole. No. Yeah, oh man, saved. Oh, not saved, not saved. No, just... I could have saved it. There we go, it's a standing jump. Okay, so around we come. And we're just above this section now. So these jumps are pretty straightforward. You do need to angle for some of them though, like this one you'll need to angle. There we go. Okay, so around to the opposite side, let Lara get her footing and you can hop back. And then into here. Here we go, so this door has opened up. I didn't yet save since redoing that. I'm also going to grab my Uzis, blast the hell out of them. Okay, surprise, we got some of these guardians. So yeah, he drops another key. So even though my health is pretty low, it shouldn't be an issue if each one of them just hits their first shot on you, as long as you do use the crouch technique. I mean, that first guy didn't get me at all. So before we use this key we've just picked up, grab the 2 med packs. It can be used here, and heads up, we've got another guardian. Okay, again he drops a key and we've got exactly the same situation going on. So I'll probably run out of ammo this time round. So I'm gonna swap to my revolver. Ooh. So yeah, you actually do, for some reason, have to stand up for that to equip, so he actually got me twice. So this time we will not have a guardian, so we're all good, we're okay. So there's the item that Bridget took from us previously, so it's just sitting right there. We've just got to actually get up there because we've got the sloped section, so we have to get up there. We have an opening right and left. You want to go down the right hand opening, so just jump over that tile. That one is a spike trap, and there is a high crawl space to get that goes to the other opening, but you don't need to go there at all. So climb on up to here. You actually can't get that way because just flip back to here. That's the other opening over there, and these tiles with, like, I don't know, horns? I don't know how to describe this. These are all spike traps here. The plain tiles are fine. The tile I'm on and the eye tiles, these are not trigger tiles. I've stepped on another odd tile before which was not a trigger. That's why I didn't bring it to attention. But I need to pull the jump switch that's over on the wall over there, which will open the doorway through the passage. So you just gotta be careful with your jumps. So yeah, no matter how you try and get out of this opening, you're gonna stand on a spike trap. Nice. Cool beans. So I'm actually back here. I went down that gap, so that's lowered this simply so we can jump on up. Okay, she's opened up a weird portal, so we're gonna follow her through the portal. So we don't need to grab this. So this is actually where I'm going to end. I'm not going to end, you know, enter the next level and end there. I'm going to end here simply because we'll have just a bit of a flyby and it's going to be kind of relevant. So we'll see it next time. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the final part. Take it easy, guys and girls.